Look at how healthy it looks.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel with your main girl, Mel, professional hairstylist, curl specialist, and a wavy hair enthusiast. I hear 'tis the season for embracing our natural texture. So in this video, we wanted to share with you a very simple, back to the basics, beginner even routine for styling your hair that is wavy. If you have wavy hair, give this video a thumbs up so we know if we need to bring some more tutorials like this. And without further ado, let's introduce our model.
Hi everyone, I'm Kate. I'm a content creator from Toronto. I love my curly wavy hair, but summer's around the corner. I don't want a long, hefty routine, so I'm excited to embrace my natural waves and get into it.
So talk to me, Kate.
Yes.
What's your biggest struggle right now with your hair as you are styling it natural?
I would say we all want what we can't have, and so I would love Mel's type of curls, but we just have to embrace what we got. And so I think really just leaning into my curl type and just getting that routine that's realistic and healthy and easy for summer. That is my goal. So you can see I don't have a ton of volume at the root, so I'd love to figure out a way to do that without getting too crazy with it. And then just really defining my curls and making them nice and loose and wavy for summer. That's what I'm all about.
You know what I would love to do? I would love to make your waves a little bit more full in terms of get them to clump together more. Right now we're getting a lot of separation, but I almost want a full, chunky, almost like you had styled your hair because you have that texture.
Okay.
Your curl pattern has this really beautiful big wave. I would say if we're categorizing things, you're on the 2C, almost borderline. It's hard to say 3A. Like I see some curls that almost want to be that, but at the same time, because your hair is so long, you're only going to get so much bounce out of it, right? So we're working with length. We're also fighting gravity. Your hair is going to want to fall further straight, and I think we can actually work with that to make a really beautiful, beachy, effortless technique. We're going to shape these waves how they naturally want to be with a little bit of products, of course, a lot of bit of products, but simplified. And yeah, just something that you'll be able to achieve at home for a more beachy results. Sound good?
Yeah, it sounds
Sound good?
Yeah.
Let's go wash. We are going to begin this process as we do anytime we're trying new products, anytime we want the best styling results out of our hair, we're going to clarify. We're going to do a reset wash. We want to cleanse everything so that there's nothing impeding, nothing competing, nothing built up on the hair to prevent the results that we're looking for. All right, so now that we have officially washed the hair, we detoxed with a deep clarifying shampoo, and then we actually did K18 on her. I kind of just like to use K18 on everybody. I mean, it's not that Kate has damaged or color treated hair in any way, shape, or form. I mean, that's right, it's all natural. It's all natural. I know we'd all love to achieve this, but I still wanted to use K18 because if anything, at the very least, K18 could help to enhance and define her waves a little bit because it's going to bring your hair to its healthiest state. So now that that's done, I haven't technically conditioned because when you use K18, you don't really use a conditioner. And if you have wavy hair, don't say that I told you so, but you could potentially skip your conditioner. Why? As long as you're going to use a leave-in conditioner, which could be lighter, this is going to help prevent you from weighing down your hair and also prevent your hair from getting greasy faster. So if we want really long-lasting waves and your hair is healthy, then shampoo with a regular cleansing shampoo, maybe it's a little bit moisturizing, that's good. You can skip your conditioner, and now we are here on wet hair that we are going to prep with a leave-in conditioner. I did say that although we didn't have conditioner at the sink, we're going to apply it now. Especially in the summer season, I don't know if you're using anything specifically to help prevent damage from heat and UV, but although the sun can help lighten our hair, it's really detrimental to the health of our hair. So I like using products with UV protection, especially this season. What are you typically using, Kate?
Yeah, I like to use a heat protection when I do use heat, but I never really think of UV. I use sunscreen every single day, every few hours as a redhead, but I never think of my hair. So now I really need to focus on that. That's a really good point.
Well, you probably noticed, I'm sure your hair gets brighter in the summer.
Yes.
Yeah, which we love, we can't argue with.
Yes.
But that's what will bring on a lot of dryness. That's what's going to bring on the frizz and also take away the shine, because the sun is literally going to degrade the proteins in our hair the string, and the cuticle of our hair. So by protecting with UV protecting products, we're gonna help maintain the shine on our hair as well as maintain the protein. If not, what do? When our hair is damaged? When our hair is damaged, it's lacking protein. We want to make sure that we are using products that are rich in protein. Is that something that you look out for when you're using products?
I do, yeah. I like to find ones that help with the building blocks of the hair. That's really important for me. I have more fine hair. It's not the thickest in the world, so anything that's going to build and strengthen is really important to me.
Yes.
And I had no idea how weakened the hair can get when you're in the sun all summer. So now I have a new game plan.
When you're in the sun, add on swimming, like all that jazz. You know, fun to do, but not fun for our strands. And now that that is through your hair, this is not technically part of the video, but I'm just gonna slice in a couple layers for Kate here, just because it just kind of needs a little bit of a pickup in the back here. How are your face framing layers? Yeah, this is very long. You okay with me cutting the face frame a bit?
Totally. Let's do it. I will say it is pretty surreal that Mains by Mell is cutting my hair. I gotta say it.
So if I look at your face, I would love for these face framings to just end a little bit below your chin.
That'd be really pretty.
Yeah, take, it needs a good 2 inches off. They're very long. When we are styling, we want to make sure that the hair is nice and saturated with water. This is going to prevent you from using too much product that could weigh your hair down. And it's also going to help your waves to form. If you leave your hair to be damp, you might notice that they're a little bit more separated. And that's totally a look. It's just a different look from what we're trying to achieve here today. So for maximum just clumping and really full waves, we're going to make sure that the water has fully entered the hair shaft. And we're going to add our styler. So we're definitely going to be using a gel on your hair because you need something that's going to provide hold on hair that is wavy. So we're going to go in with the Verb Curl Foaming Gel. This is a product that I co-created. Did you ever try this?
No.
Oh, okay. So I co-created this. It's a really nice, like medium hold gel. You could definitely go in with something a little stronger hold after, especially for waves. But this is going to give you really beautiful natural results. It'll also help to enhance curls a little bit, and it works well in humidity. So definitely want to go in with this. I'm going to take 3 pumps to start. Now, of course, because there's a lot of hair on your head and the hair on the top grows out differently, we want to section the top half away. And I want to make sure that I grab all the hair just below your crown.
That Verb product smells amazing.
It's very lightweight. It's a little orangey, a little citrusy.
Zesty, I like it.
So now that we've got our ends, we're going to be taking our paddle brush and we're going to use this to shape the hair. So what we're going to do, especially because Kate and maybe you have got these beautiful big waves, we're going to take big sections of the hair. We're going to brush it through from ends to the roots. And what you'll notice about this styling is it's completely upright. We're not going to flip upside down because when you flip back up, things can get a little crazy. So we're going to work completely upright because this is the way that we're standing 90% of the day. I'm going to take a look at where your hair is curling, and it likes to curl towards your face. And so we're going to work with that. How I determined that was I kind of just brushed it through and then pushed it up. We're molding the hair with our hands, and you can just see the direction. The C of our curl is going towards your face, and we're just going to smooth the hair alongside the brush. Take our next section. I'm almost finger coiling after I brushed it through. I'm picking up where the hair is clumping, and I'm just giving it like a one swirl in the direction that it's going to help show it where to go. Sometimes our hair gets confused. Sometimes it's not sure how it wants to curl. And so this is just helping to set in a little bit of the texture that we're going for. And this is actually not something that you need to do, like there's no science to this, you know? You can be very quick with it. Remember, this is a very easy routine. I do not want you to feel overwhelmed. Let me know if you are. Ask me any questions if you have. When doing this on yourself, it's actually quite easy. So we're almost brushing out the hair, which seems counterintuitive a lot of the time. I know. It's like, why are we brushing out the hair, especially waves, which are already such a soft texture? You have faith in me?
I have all the faith.
Last section in the front. And what you're going to see me do a lot is squishing the hair. Not really scrunching, but more like squishing, as in I'm molding the hair to where I want it to go. A lot of the times we style wavy hair and then we don't touch it, right? It's like, okay, if you mess with it, it's just gonna ruin. But you almost want to help enforce the shape sometimes when we're styling and even as we're drying. But we'll get to that next. As we do the top section, I'm gonna separate this into 3. So we've got one half where you part your hair, the other half, and then we've got the back. So let's tackle this. The back section is most people's trouble area. It's where a lot of people struggle to style their hair. They might find that their crown kind of separates, the hair has a mind of its own. And so in order to kind of get rid of partings and you know, growth patterns in the hair, we want to brush all the way to one side. And then we're gonna brush all the way to the other side. And we're gonna brush down, we're gonna brush up. We wanna confuse the roots so they actually don't really know where to style. On that note, while we're here, we're gonna add a little bit of a root volumizer. This is the Living Proof Full Root Lift. Do you use a lot of Living Proof products, or have you ever?
I've used a few and I was very impressed.
Yeah, they've got some of my favorite products. I really love their dry shampoo,
Yes.
their texture spray. We're gonna separate it into 2. What I love about brushing the hair is it allows you to see where the hair naturally starts clumping. Because every curl has its own like family. I call them curl families, where all the curls kind of go in the same direction. And so when I do this, I pull the hair all the way up in the same direction it's growing out of your head. Like for you, I actually see that you have a cowlick right here, or your crown. It grows in this whorl pattern that splits here. I noticed at the moment you sat down, you have a splitting pattern here. So in order to cover that, I do want to make sure that we're brushing over it in the opposite direction it wants to grow. So because it wants to grow up and spiral out this way, it's gonna help to prevent it from separating. So I'm gonna smooth this through, going backwards. Your hair looks like there's glitter in it. The biggest trick and tip that I could give is to kind of style the hair in the direction it wants to go. In the way that, like, if it's growing out of your head, you know, 90 degrees, style it 90. If it's curly, if it's twisting a certain way, like sometimes we want the curls in front of our face to curl away, right? Like we've always been taught that if we're curling our hair, we curl the front pieces away from our hair, but that's not realistic. Sometimes the curl just naturally wants to come inward. And so working with that will give us much stronger results. Notice we haven't flipped forward. We haven't done any upside down motions. Do you style your hair upside down a lot?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm constantly, I was gonna say I'm
Leaned
constantly
over.
bent over, but that doesn't sound very good. Yeah, no, I'm constantly leaned over, styling until it's dry. And that can be tedious and painful, so I'm excited to try this upright design.
Upright styling.
Yeah.
Still brushing off of the root, just like how if we were styling upside down, it would be that way. We're brushing off, and then I'm smoothing it in the direction that it's wanting to go, which you get used to. You know your hair better than anybody. You wear it every single day, and you'll notice these patterns, but see how that just formed this big, stunning curl. So now that we've styled, it actually looks super set and controlled. We want that. We've actually completely worked with the curl, so we haven't done anything too crazy in terms of like manipulating it or doing what it doesn't want to do. We have just smoothed it and really made sure that the curl is going to set in this way. So we want to dry it now. And I know in the summertime, all we want to do is go out, air dry. You could. I don't recommend it. First of all, leaving with your hair wet is not a good idea from a health standpoint, because when your hair is wet, it's a lot more susceptible to damage. It's also gonna like welcome in more pollutants and dirt and bacteria and whatever that's in the air, because it'll be drawn into our moisturized hair. We haven't been able to finish it yet with like a finishing oil or a protectant serum or something, like a finishing step that will help block all that stuff out. So we leave ourselves at risk with that. Also, wet hair in humidity is not going to dry well, and it's going to ruin a lot of, the efforts that we've kind of put in, which it's not a lot. Does it look like a lot? Damn it, I know I said I was doing a simple routine. Have I gone off the rails?
I don't know, I haven't been here.
I don't think so.
I don't
but
think so. This is easier than what I
You're
do.
not flipped upside down.
No,
Okay,
I know.
let me rephrase. I will say that it's easy, but at least it's upright. It's an upright styling. So now's the fun part. Now we get to dry and finish setting. A lot of wavy hair products will contain salt because salt can actually help to enhance your curl. We did a full scientific breakdown on how salt can actually make your hair a little bit curlier, adding body, although it can also be a little bit drying. So salt can be great, but in the long term, if you're using a lot of it, might not be best. You're a great candidate for it because your hair is super healthy. But we're actually not applying any salt products into your hair today. You definitely can. We're working with your natural curl. I'm going to show what your waves themselves can really do following this kind of routine. This is where we want to add a lot of lift right now. So we are going to put in some pins. Do you ever pin your roots?
No, but I've seen amazing results from other people.
It especially works with upright styling. If you're going to be flipping your hair over, upside down, up, down, and you're using root clips, well, at that point, your hair might get tangled when you're flipped upside down. You're better off using root clips if you're going to be styling upright, which is what we're doing. This is our upright styling routine. It's giving Jessica Rabbit.
You like that?
Right? Oh my god. A couple in the back. I'm gonna take a liquid gel, and this is gonna help add a little extra hold and structure to the hair. I'm just gonna very gently smooth it, almost just patting the hair, not messing up what we've done here. Magic sounds. It looks so defined, and we want to set that in place with our diffuser. Now, to accelerate the time so we're not sitting here forever, we're going to use high heat and high speed because we are going to be hover diffusing. When we're hover diffusing, we can do those things. How do you typically diffuse, Kate?
I unfortunately also do high heat, but like right on it, you know?
Oh,
I go from the bottom.
your hair is healthy, it can take it,
But again, flipping over forever.
So a lot of upside down work. Your chiropractor must love you. We're dry, and so now it's time to finish. So this is what we're looking like. The hair, I've been messing with it. I've been scrunching it, I've been squishing it. As it was just about dry, I've been shaping it with my hands. So it's feeling soft already, and we don't want the hair to be too soft because it's kind of just gonna fall. So we're gonna add a little extra texture and grit. This is a salt-free product. This is currently my favorite dry texture spray from Living Proof. So we're gonna spray this in. I'm gonna have you tilt your head to the side. And I like to feather the hair like so. I'm gonna applying this. Definitely wanna get up in the roots, and always this smushing motion will give us some curl encouragement, body, and texture. These are our finished wavy results. You can see there's a lot of curl clumping happening. The families have found each other. They're loving life. They look full. There's a lot of movement at the roots because we styled upright but still off of the scalp without too much artificial volume that is going to fall flat and then look frizzy.
I just can't believe this is my natural hair.
Like, it looks so curly. Like,
It does, and defined and frizz-free.
Are you shocked that we styled it with a brush? Because you said that you don't usually do that.
No, because it feels like it's gonna.
It feels
split.
illegal.
Yeah, it feels like
feels
it's gonna
illegal.
split it all into a frizzy mess.
We're usually taught that you can't brush curly hair, or we learned that from experience. Like, a brush is a no-no, but in the right circumstances, a brush can be our best friend. And 2-3 days down the line, when you're dealing with this hair that's been slept on and maybe isn't looking as defined, you can actually apply some hair oil to your ends and brush it out. brushing the hair, you'll see the natural wavy texture. It'll look really nice and full and fluffy. It won't look as like individually defined as it does right now. It'll give you a completely different look, and it's a great way to stretch your wash day to give it just a whole new feel, a whole new vibe until you have to wash your hair. It's easier to do that than to try to wake this back up again. So definitely encourage you to try that out. It'll be really easy for you to do that with the styling technique that we did, because we already encourage smoothing and brushing, right? They've got the muscle memory now. They will eventually find each other, even if you brush it out, and give you stunning frizz-free results.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And that is a wrap on our wavy hair routine, upright styling with a brush that you'll be able to maintain by, brushing your hair out even in a couple days. There's a lot of different ways that you can work with your natural texture. This is just one technique. Let me know if you try it out on your own hair at home. I hope that you found this tutorial helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below so I can make sure to answer them and maybe even make it a video. Thank you so much for watching. Kate, thank you so much for joining us. Where can we continue to follow your hair journey?
So I am Care with Kate on Instagram and TikTok, and then Moments with Kate on YouTube. Thanks so much.
Amazing. This has been a moment. A moment with Kate, a moment with Mel in the chair, and I loved having you here. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time, this has been your main girl Mel and Moments with Kate, and we are out. Peace.